Hello and welcome to Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on YYC Business. Joining me today is Jasmin Guenette, who is Vice President of National Affairs for the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Well, let's talk about Bill C-208, which passed the Senate. It has amended rules around transfer of small businesses and farms to family members. First of all, Jasmin, can you explain what Bill C-208 does in general and why it's important right now?
It's a very important bill. I'm really happy to be talking with you about this today. Can you imagine that up until now, it is more expensive for a business owner to sell its business to an unrelated person than it is to sell the business to a son or a daughter. So it is incredible that in Canada, it is more expensive to sell a family business to a son or a daughter. The great thing about this bill is that it will change that. It will not be more expensive to sell your business to your son or daughter. It will receive the same tax treatment as if you would sell your business to a stranger. CFIB has been asking for this for many, many years. There has been a couple of bills introduced in the last couple of years by all major parties, and it never went as far as this one bill introduced by Conservative MP Larry Maguire. And so we're quite pleased by the result. Up until last night, it was unsure if the bill would pass Senate or not, but it did, and we're quite pleased about it.
Okay. Tell me, I don't know if you have any numbers or whatever, but can you tell me a bit about the extent of family businesses in Canada? How many are there out there?
Well, to give you a sense, in a recent survey, we ask our members if you're planning on retiring in the next 10 years. 72% of CFIB members, and we represent 95,000 small business in the country, 72% of our members said that they would like to retire by 2028. So that's a lot of businesses that would like to retire by 2028. Among those who would like to retire, almost half of them say that they would like to pass on the business to their children. And so it's a lot of businesses that would like to retire. Many of them would like to pass on their businesses to their children, and that entire change of entrepreneur, that intergenerational change between those who would like to retire and those who would like to acquire the businesses represent about $1.5 trillion. So it's a lot of wealth. It's a lot of wealth that will be transferred to a new generation of entrepreneurs. And so that's why this bill is so important. It's because of the importance and the number of businesses that will be transferred to a new generation. And hopefully, I'm not going to go too much into technical details. The last step of this bill is for it to get royal assent. And so hopefully it's going to take just a few days before it does.
Okay, super. Why is it that people want to pass on their businesses to their children or other family members?
It's to retire. As a business owner, you don't have like an employee, working for a large company or for government. You don't have that pension plan, right? As a business owner, your pension plan is your business. It's the value of your firm, and so the sad thing up until now was that as a business owner, you had to choose between like a bigger or a better pension plan because you're selling your business to a stranger, therefore you pay less taxes on it, and so you get a bigger pot of money. So you had to choose between a bigger pension fund and the future of your kids. With this bill, you don't have to make that, decision that nobody wants to make at the end of the day, and you can have, you can secure the future of your kid by passing your business, as well as securing your own future by selling the business and not paying too much tax on it.
Yeah. What, when you look at this issue over time, like when did CFIB start addressing this issue or start raising concerns about it, I guess?
Yeah. Many years ago, even before the time when I joined myself, the CFIB, but the first bill that was introduced that addressed that was in 2015. So already in 2015, CFIB supported the bill that was introduced then, worked with members of parliament, met with senior officials in the bureaucracy, finance department, and so on, to make sure that everybody realized the importance of this. Unfortunately, it did not go through at that time. Then later on, the NDP introduced a similar bill. CFIB is nonpartisan. So CFIB support bills that support small business. And so that one came from the NDP. We rallied behind it, and we supported that bill. It did not go through. And now here we are in 2021 with the fourth version, if I may say, of this bill. This one sponsored by a conservative MP, which is more or less the same bill as it was introduced by the NDP. And this time, it passed Senate, and it has been a long-standing issue for us, not only since 2015, because it was the year that the first bill on this was introduced, but before that, because before a bill was introduced, the issue had to be raised, and CFIB has been raising that issue for years and years and years.
Okay, super. Well, thanks very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
All right, that was Jasmin Guenette, who is Vice President of National Affairs for the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. This has been Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on YYC Business. Thanks for joining us today.